Good afternoon. My name is Don Hedrick. I'm the Chief of Police of the Rapid City Police Department.
And I'm Brian Mueller, Pennington County Sheriff.
Just here to give you an update on what we know at this point. This morning at around 11:30, officers were dispatched to the 100 block of East Signal Drive. A family member had called and asked for police assistance in removing a couple of family members from the residence. Folks were advising they were refusing to leave. Officers were told there were two males there refusing to leave. And also we were told that the individuals involved were violating a no contact order. Officers responded, and the male that was in violation of the no contact order ran from the scene. Officers gave chase. While they were giving chase, the officers were telling the male to get his hands out of his pockets. They could see he had his hands down by his waistband. They were also telling him he was under arrest and to stop. As one of the officers came around a corner of a residence, he noticed the male holding a gun, pointing it at the residence itself. And when the officer came around the corner, the individual pointed the gun at the police officer. The officer fired at the suspect after telling him to drop the gun. And at that point, the individual dropped to the gun and fell to the ground. Shortly after this, another male individual came out of the residence and had a injury of some sort. It's unknown how he received that injury at this point, but at that point, officers started giving medical aid to both individuals that were injured. It is believed the suspect with the gun had 5 active warrants for his arrest and was actively violating a no contact bond. The individual was also known to have gang affiliations. This marks 3 circumstances this year where we've had individuals pull deadly weapons on police officers. It's a disturbing trend. We can't be okay with that as a community. We can't be okay with individuals pointing deadly weapons at officers responding during calls for service. And I, for one, am very thankful that the officers today are going home safely. I'll turn it over to you, Sheriff.
You know, as standard procedure in these officer-involved shootings, we had a large response from the Pennington County Sheriff's Office and the South Dakota Highway Patrol. When we got on scene, we worked through things with the police department supervision. They relinquished the scene to the Pennington County Sheriff's Office and South Dakota Highway Patrol, and Chief Hedrick reached out to the Division of Criminal Investigation, asked them to come in and do a third-party investigation, which is standard procedure for these types of incidents. As you can see behind us, we have sheriff's deputies holding the scene. Highway Patrol is here helping, and the Division of Criminal Investigation is inside the scene tape actively working this investigation as we speak.
So we can try to field a couple questions. Keep in mind that we have turned this investigation completely over to the neutral third party of the DCI. Some of the information we still have is preliminary. I can try to answer a couple questions as best we can, though.
Does this have anything to do with the shooting on Friday? Any of the same people involved? At
this time, I don't think so. Yes, we had a shooting on Friday right in the same area of town. You know, not only does this echo a disturbing trend of folks pointing weapons at police officers, it also is a disturbing trend of violence in this particular neighborhood.
So it's not the exact same address as the shooting on Friday?
Same area of town.
Okay,
yep.
Gotcha.
Do we know if the 2 that were shot, do we know what their condition is? How are they doing?
I don't have the answer to that right now. I know they're at the hospital.
And to clarify that, the individual that was inside that had a wound, do we know that was a gunshot wound?
Don't have the answer to that. I don't know.
Okay, so at this point we just know that the one individual was shot.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I appreciate the time. Thank you for coming out, and we will give out as more information as we can. However, note that the DCI, Division of Criminal Investigation, has taken this case over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.